moved there. I used to collect comic books. Now, I started collecting when I was like 8 years old. My father first took me to the pharmacy where my mother was getting her medications, and first books I collected were like Werewolf by Night and The Dream of Dracula comics. Big collection. I started collecting. The thing is, I never put them in bags and boards like you're supposed to. Now, I'm a collection going, but I was looking at the television one day, a talk show called Larry Angelo, and I seen this comic book collector, Steve Geppi, talked about comic book collecting, and I was so interested. I looked him up. He was on a little store up in Avenue. He had a store in a basement of up another store, RCA, applies, prepares. So I went to this little store in the basement of this place and got a subscription box for all the books I collected, I loved. So each month, every 2 weeks or so, I will go there and get my books. I was working then. Sometimes I was working at a sanitation department, so I had some money to spend. So I was getting my books every week, or every month, whatever. So I had quite a collection of Steve Geppi. I guess because I was getting these books every month, making a lot of money off me, and I was, hoping that all these books were gonna be worth some money, but I never put bags of boards, so they get old and not in mint condition. So years gone by, the guy went from being down in the basement on his place to having his own store along Vernon Road up the Tickle was, and then he expanded to another store in Harbor Place and expanded again, and he made a fortune. So much so, above the Oriole Stadium, he has a comic book museum now he runs. So he went from having a store in the basement of this place to be co-winner of the Orioles and all. So I was Baltimore Magazine So I knew him back when he was dirt poor and making his fortune. Regardless, I had all these books and all, and I started getting into drug abuse. I was a heroin abuser, and I was needed money for my fix. So I went to all kinds of comic book theaters in Maryland to sell boxes of my books. Was I found out it's not a good thing to take a whole box of books and try to sell them, because it looks like you're stolen somebody's collection and trying to sell them. So, to comic book collectors, make sure you just only take a stack of books to try to sell, not a whole box like I did. And I found somebody that would I could sell the books for on a whole box, for $30 a box. I sold my books for that cheap, because they were, most of them were not in bags of fours. Some of them were. Most of them were a portion. Even the books that were kind of worn, he put in bags of fours and sold them for a portion. If I had them now, all these books I could have bagged of four them, I sold them for at least $5 a piece. Old ones. And I dealt with one dude who gave a box of books, and he never gave me anything back, till I sold them. The fellow drug abusers that ripped me off before. So, that's my story. I still got some comic books here. I collected between, like, after my stroke, I collected again for a few years, between, I guess, 2003 to 2006. I stopped because it's too much money to collect them. So I did put them all in bags of boards, now. So that's my heartbreaking comic book story. I made this guy, Steve Geppi, a fortune. I was one of the only ones who was getting a subscription box that big. And he started to get big, and he got bigger and bigger and bigger, and owned his own comic book museum. And be looking up. Anyway, take care. Thanks for watching. I'll see ya.